Crochet techniques. The linked treble crochet stitch. To download a guide with our 5 favorite tips to improve your crochet skills right now, visit newstitchaday.com/5crochet-tips. For this tutorial, you'll need the following materials: a crochet hook and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Lion's Pride Woolspun, available exclusively at Michael's Craft Stores and lionbrand.com, in the color Oxford Gray. The linked treble crochet is a variation of the treble crochet stitch, which is a very tall stitch, and it's a nice stitch to use if you want a pattern to work up really quickly, because you get a lot of height from each stitch. So you don't have to do a ton of rows to get a large piece of fabric. The problem with a treble crochet stitch is that it tends to have a lot of big gaps in between the stitches. So the linked treble crochet actually pulls all those stitches together and gives you a much more dense fabric than you would get with a treble crochet, and you still maintain some of the properties of the treble crochet, like the nicer drape, but you don't get the bulk and density that you would get from something like a single crochet stitch. The other thing that I like about this stitch is it gives you sort of an interesting striped pattern on each row, and the pattern with the horizontal bars is very reminiscent of a Tunisian crochet stitch. So let me show you how we do this pattern. We're going to begin our row by chaining 4, just like we would for a regular treble crochet stitch. And we're going to, instead of yarning over twice like we would for a treble crochet, we're going to insert our hook into the second chain from our hook. Now, it's best if you go through the back loop of the chain. That's this little nub that's on the back here. That can be a little bit challenging, but it's going to make that edge look a little bit nicer. So we're going to yarn over and draw through here, and then we're going to go into the next chain. Yarn over and draw through. Okay, and then we're finally going to go into the next stitch in our fabric. Okay, we're going to skip the stitch at the base of the chain, go into the next, yarn over and draw through, and then we'll work this like a regular treble crochet. So yarn over and draw through 2, yarn over and draw through 2, and we'll finish up by yarning over and drawing through the last 2. Alright, so now we're ready to do our actual treble crochet stitch that was just set up for the beginning of the row. For step 1, we're going to insert our hook into this first horizontal bar. Okay, you can see it's right here, and we're going to go right underneath that. We're going to yarn over and draw a loop through for step 2. For step 3, we're going to go into the next horizontal bar, and for step 4, we will yarn over and draw a loop through. For step 5, we'll go into the next stitch, and for step 6, we will yarn over and draw through. Step 7, we're going to yarn over and draw through 2 loops. Step 8, yarn over and draw through 2 more loops. And step 9, we're going to yarn over and draw through the last 2 loops. Alright, so now we are going to do this for you one more time. We're going to insert our hook into the next horizontal bar, yarn over and draw through. We'll do that again, the next horizontal bar, insert, yarn over and draw through. Then we're going to go into the next stitch, yarn over and draw through, and we will yarn over and draw through 2, and yarn over and draw through 2 more. We'll finish up by yarning over and drawing through the last 2 stitches. And there we go. That's how we do the linked treble crochet stitch.
Hey, I'm Johnny Vasquez, founder of New Stitch a Day and your teacher for this tutorial. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to learn from us. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, we produce new content every single day, hence New Stitch a Day. You can click the subscribe button so that you don't miss a single stitch. And if you click one of the links to the side here, you can see the previous stitch in our series or the next stitch in our series. And if you click this link, you'll be able to see one of my favorites. And don't forget, you can also download a PDF with the written instructions for this tutorial by clicking or using the URL link that's on the screen. Again, I want to thank you so much for learning with us, and I hope that we've helped make your knitting and crochet skills a little bit better today. Yarn on!